Yeah, no worries.
All right, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Vapor Sports. We're doing a quick reaction here. Broncos and Steelers just played each other. The game ended a few minutes ago, and holy fuck, what a game! Am I right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Uh, I kind of want to check what the record is for most injuries in a game, but I think the Broncos were pretty close to that. Um, I mean, the Broncos, but also kind of the whole league to an extent, has a bit of an injury bug right now, I'd say. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's injured, Nick Bosa's injured. The Broncos had like everyone basically. They were talking about if Jeff Driscoll got injured, they would have to put in Royce Freeman. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd be in there. But god damn, I was really about to think that Jeff Driscoll was going to throw 3 touchdown passes in a win. I would for about a minute. I was legitimately thinking that that is a possibility, which if you told me that Jeff Driscoll was going to throw 2 touchdown passes and almost beat the Steelers about 5 hours ago, I would have told you that you were doing too much cocaine. And lots of highs and lows in that game. Game started a little slow, but I mean, it wasn't like the Broncos were getting blown out right out of the gate. Then Locke gets injured, we fumble, Pittsburgh goes down, scores a touchdown. I sit down and say, welp, this is going to be a lot worse than I thought it would be in the first place. And I thought it was going to be pretty damn bad. And they put Jeff Driscoll in, who it was kind of like one of those, it's like as mediocre of a performance as it gets, but I don't think that's really fair because he had some really good throws, but he also had, I mean, to be fair, you were playing against the Steelers who sacked him what, like 7-8 times?
Yeah, so I think, well, from my predictions from a few days ago, I predicted that Watt and Dupree would have a few sacks. I think each one had at least one. I can't really remember.
Yeah, that was pretty
But
spot on. I was right. I mean, Justin Simmons, I told you if the Broncos are going to win, he need to step up. He had some amazing
yeah, you got a
tackles and he
pick.
got an interception. So when I saw that interception and then the Broncos scored a touchdown, that's when I started to think, wait, the Broncos could win this. They didn't, of
Yeah,
course, but also I just want to point out they beat the 7.5 point spread. So, I'm not going to list off everyone that was injured, but they were missing their star receiver for almost the whole game, their star quarterback, their Jerry Jeudy was out for a while, their starting running back. They're missing their star linebacker, their star cornerback. They were missing a couple defensive linemen. They're missing some linebackers. They were missing not any offensive linemen actually, but holy crap, that was probably the best way the Broncos could have lost. I mean,
yeah, I would say that I think the Broncos should be 2-0 at least. You know what I mean? Like, I think
right. Well,
this
think
game
about it.
kind of showed.
Let's just say that training camp, Von Miller doesn't get injured. Let's say that Courtland Sutton doesn't get injured. Let's say that Philip Lindsay doesn't get injured. Let's say that AJ Boye doesn't get injured. Let's say that Jerry Jeudy doesn't get injured, and especially Drew Lock. Do they win both those games? Maybe. Maybe.
I would say they'd win the Titans one for sure. I
Hell
don't,
yeah.
maybe not this one, but I don't.
And
It should be at least 2-0 to
strong,
me at least.
strong prediction here. Not this year, but 2021. Noah Fant will be the top receiving tight end in the NFL.
Yeah, you did well today.
He did damn good. It's kind of funny. He had a great first half against the Titans, then got shut out, and then he had a great second half and got shut out in the first half against the Steelers. So and Noah Fant currently has more touchdowns than Drew Lock as of right now. Big Ben played pretty well. He had a shitload of passing yards, even though it didn't feel like he had that many. He had a beautiful pass, that long touchdown pass to number 11. I don't remember his name. Yeah, that was a damn good throw, man. A lot of dink and dunk for Roethlisberger, which for an old quarterback, that's definitely something you got to do. But he looks pretty good, man. I mean, the Steelers shouldn't feel too confident coming out of this game, but they should feel confident in Ben Roethlisberger. Fuck, I can't see. I had the name down, and then
It's
my
a
brother.
tough name.
Well,
I can't do it here.
I've been able to say it, and then my brother said it wrong during the game, and now I can't pronounce it again.
Yeah.
uh,
I actually was gonna say that I had said earlier that I didn't think James Conner would have this kind of day, but he had that one play long gain at the end of the game.
yeah, let's take out that
Um,
run, and it's not that good. I mean, it's still a good
Yeah.
performance, but it's not like, it's one of those things where you have to kind of take it in context. the numbers.
Yeah.
So currently
he did a lot better than expected for me.
yeah, that's
at
true.
least.
Definitely based on what you said. Looking at the screen, before the afternoon games on Sunday, I'm currently 7-2. Tate is 6-3, but we still have a few different predictions, so that could change by the end of the week. But I'm feeling pretty confident in the Seahawks tonight. What do you think, man? I think Seahawks are going to do
Yeah,
really
well,
well.
I picked the Patriots. I'm not really going to change that. I don't
I won't
really
be
care about
yeah.
changing it. So.
I mean, I could see the Patriots winning just fine, but
Wait, who did we? Never mind. Never mind.
So a lot of people in Vegas are gonna be losing money because the Denver Broncos covered the fucking spread. Yeah, I am very confident in the Denver Broncos as of right now because they're basically playing with half their backups in. And as for the Steelers, y'all should be really fucking scared right now. I don't know if maybe it was just like the Broncos, or this might be an outlier, and they did play the Giants last week. And I'm still confident that Steelers will do well. But also, this is the first time in 8 games that that a team has scored more than 20 points against the Steelers. And they did that with a backup quarterback. And with you get the idea. I'm kind of going on a bit of a ramble here, but that was a good game. I really did enjoy it, but I enjoyed it. It was one of those things where it's like, really wish they, you know what? But I couldn't complain. I was sitting on the couch and I turned towards my brother and I said, on the 3rd and 2, when they were down in the red zone and they stopped on the 4th down a few plays later, I said, Reese, Jeff Driscoll could throw an interception, and they could run it back for a touchdown, and I'd still feel pretty good about the game. So, yeah, hell of a game. Video's getting a little long for what I wanted. Anything to add before we head out?
Yeah, I'm not really too high. I am a Steelers fan, but not really. This game didn't really. I'm not really too confident looking forward as far as their offense. I think their defense is fine. It's more their offense was stalling for most of the game.
And also,
so we'll see what happens later.
Before we leave, I want everyone to keep this in mind. If Salmon Slam Martin doesn't drop that snap and punts the ball away, then Denver would kick the field goal. Well, maybe they wouldn't. I can't say that they would, but then they kick the field goal, and this game would still be going on as of the recording. It would still be on right now, and it would go to overtime. Still think the Steelers could win in overtime. It's not like the Broncos have Tebow, but just something to remember. The Broncos had some really shitty tackling, and even worse on special teams. Some of the worst special teams tackling I've seen in a very long time. That's the last thing I wanted to add. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about this on our weekly recap video coming out Tuesday probably. We'll talk about a lot of the other games, talk about our records. I think this is going to be fun. I'm really interested to see who wins this year between you and me. I think it's going to be really close. All right, we're going to leave you guys now. I got somewhere to go, but